On AM 1130, 99.9 FM, Prescott, Chino Valley, and Paulden, 95.5 FM, Prescott Valley and Cottonwood, the talk of the Quad Cities, KQ&A. It's
Hammer Time.
Waking Up with the YCCA. Hammer Time is brought to you by Lawhorn Plumbing, Arizona Modern Landscapes, JT's Septic, Granite Basin Roofing, Blind Brothers Arizona, Elan Electric, Manzanita Landscaping, Crosby Home Services, RED Plumbing, Eric & Sons, Pure Solar, and Yavapai Block. And now from the studios of KQ&A, it's Hammer Time, Waking Up with the YCCA. Here's the Executive Director of the Yavapai County Contractors Association, Sandy Griffiths.
Hey everybody, good morning and welcome to Hammer Time. And Mike Enders, Ventry Custom Homes, my wingman. This is our last deja vu for March.
Oh, say it's not true.
It is true. This is our last weekend in March, so no more deja vu March.
So now we have to leap into
April. And we can deja vu April. So this is like lickety-split. The first quarter of the year is gone.
So I have a technical question for you.
Don't even technical me so early in the morning.
The old adage of enters like a lamb and exits like a lion, is that March or April? Or vice versa, enters as a lion and exits as a...
Something, no, you roar
is it
in.
April or is it March?
You roar in.
Roar in, but is that for April?
I think it's for both months because March was very windy. So we'll see what April. We'll have to see what April brings. So our program last weekend with Steve Stigmeyer of ARF, the doggies down in Mayor Dewey area.
Correct.
I swear those dogs are bourgeois puppies, bougie puppies,
May very well be.
bougie puppies. The way he takes care of them and what he was telling us. And then Mr. David Coyne, a realtor. This community is so lucky to have that man.
We are.
Gosh, he's brilliant. He's bright, what he does and how he interacts with people. Great program. Listeners, you can listen to it on Spotify or YouTube. Very cool show.
Absolutely.
Very funny, but I really like the bougie dogs from Steve. So this morning we are going to talk gutters.
Being in the gutter or rain gutters?
Bowling ball gutter.
Yeah.
Let's think, okay, how many gutters? Okay, street gutters, curb gutters, bowling ball gutters, house gutters. What would be another gutter? Your mind is in the gutter.
But which gutter?
So, okay, we'll think of some other gutters.
So I have an answer for you. My mind is in the gutter, meaning a house gutter. Since I'm a builder, it's got to be the house gutter.
Correct, has to be the house gutters, the rain diversion gutters, how to divert rain away from the foundation of your home.
Bottom line, I think we're going to get educated.
I know we are with these two in the arena with us. And then I brought in my new favorite snacks from Trader Joe's, the little mini pretzel twists.
Weren't we talking about that last week?
Yes, we did. So
Interesting.
They're here. Here's the bag. We're going to open it. We're all going to have a pretzel.
Yum.
So take us to break. I'll figure out how to open the pretzel bag, and then when we come back, we're going to talk gutters.
My pleasure. You're listening to Hammer Time with the crinkly sound in the background of the mini pretzel twist bag.
Wow.
Airing on Talk of the Quad Cities, KQ&A 1130 AM, 99.9 FM, and
I'm doing that.
95.5 FM
I got
in
it.
Cottonwood and Prescott Valley. You did indeed.
Oh, these are so good.
So please stay tuned for some great messages from our valuable sponsors while we chew and down some mini pretzels.
We're going to nosh on pretzels. We'll be right back.
Indeed we will. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hammer Time, Waking Up with the YCCA, a presentation of the Yavapai County Contractors Association. Once again, here's your host, Sandy Griffiths.
Hey, everybody. Good morning and welcome back to Hammer Time. We are noshing on mini pretzel twists from Trader Joe's, the bright yellow bag, and you just can't eat one.
They are good.
Are they not awesome? Yes. Okay, so our guest with us this morning, we have the beautiful Billie Jo Stedman. She and her husband Travis are the proprietors, the owners, the, what else would we call them? The all-encompassing manager of a 45-year-old gutter company.
There you go. You just nailed it.
In Prescott. And also with us is the general manager, Mr. Nate Fells. So, happy weekend, you two. Good morning.
Good morning, Sandy.
Want another pretzel?
I'm good right now.
Maybe in a little bit.
Okay. Arizona Seamless Gutters. Billie Jo, 45 years in Prescott.
45 years in Prescott.
Whose vision was this to start a gutter company?
It originally started by, previous to us, it was Jack Rose.
I know. Remember Jack?
And prior to him, it was part of his family and his brother-in-law. And in 2012, Travis and I purchased it with Jack.
Gotcha.
Love Jack Rose.
And has it always been at the same location there on 6th?
It has not. We had a previous location on Washington Street, but we have been in our current location for quite some time.
On 6th Street.
Yes, on
Correct.
6th Street.
Great location, easy access, easy to get in and out of. Lovely big yard.
Great parking lot, big warehouse as well.
So 45 years. Are we having a party?
We will be having some sort of party this summer.
Okay, with cake and ice cream?
Details to come. But if you want cake and ice cream, we will have cake and ice cream.
Perfect. Okay, Nate, as the general manager, how long have you been with Arizona Seamless Gutters?
I've been with Arizona Seamless for almost 7 years.
Oh, wow.
7 years in April.
Congratulations. So, let's talk gutters. What do they do? Why do we have them? Do they come in colors? Do they come in widths?
Mm-hmm.
Do they come in different materials?
Mm-hmm. Different profiles.
Different profiles. Sure. What else?
Seamless, non-seamless.
Seamless, non-seamless. Covers, no covers. What's that called?
Yeah, the leaf guards, that depends on the individual proprietors, but possibly.
So let's start with answering all of those questions, Nate.
Gotcha. I remember every one of them.
And you're going to do that in order of those.
Yes.
Exactly. We've got lots of colors to choose from. They are available in 2 different types of material, aluminum and a material we call galvalum, which is like a aluminum steel alloy that doesn't rust or corrode.
So which is the most popular material?
The more popular one is aluminum, mainly because it's available in a wider selection of colors. You're more likely to be able to match your house color with the aluminum.
Okay, so you know what I figured out? I was so brilliant. Well, I think I was brilliant. So before I put gutter guard topper on part of my gutters because of my trees, the leaves and all that stuff would wash down the gutter. What do they call that? The gutter arm, the gutter downspout? And it didn't necessarily all flush out at the end of the gutter, right? It just kind of backs up and gets packed in there, right?
Right. So
now your water's not coming out of the gutter. And when you knock on the gutter, you could tell
it's full.
It's full. So they have those little 6-sided little screw things. What are they called, Nate? To put your gutter together. Where you connect the gutters and then you screw them together. Okay, you guys.
I'm not sure I know what you're...
Are you talking about a screen that goes over the top of the
No. This
Okay.
is the downspout.
The adapter, the downspout.
Yes, because it's not all one piece.
Okay. So
right?
Sure.
And
just the adapter she's talking about.
And so it has that squarish thing in there to hold the adapter to the gutter.
Screws.
Yes, but they're not normal screws.
Sheet metal screws.
Are those the 6-sided screws?
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
Seriously?
I think she's talking about the head of a sheet metal screw.
Sure, yeah.
And those are the six-sided screws. They're kind of square. Yes, that's it.
We call them zip screws.
Yes, the hex head. Yeah. So,
glad we got that taken care of.
And then
I was confused.
You have the little hex head screwer, the little thing that unscrews the hex heads that comes in different sizes.
Yes, it does.
Oh, I had one that fit the little hex head screw perfectly.
Perfect.
I unscrewed all of my little hex head screws, took the gutter off,
the downspout.
the downspout, and emptied it out.
Perfect. You're hired.
That is a service that we provide.
You do it now after I had to go through all that?
Yes.
Nate.
You just need to call Arizona
give us a
Seamless
call.
Gutters,
Gosh.
Sandy.
So you clean out gutters.
That's one of the many things we do. Yeah,
Do you undo the hex head screws?
we do. We fix old gutter systems. We install brand new ones. We do offer gutter covers, which
Perfect.
keep the leaves and things
Right.
from clogging up your downspout, like you described. And actually, we might as well say this now. We're going to be running a special in April in celebration of our 45th anniversary.
45% off gutters.
45%
Off covers. Covers.
off of leaf covers.
Nice try, Sandy.
I tried.
So yeah, that'll be all through the month of April.
Wow, very cool. 45% off leaf guard covers.
Yes.
Now, Billy Joe also mentioned about the domes that go over the opening, I call them domes, in the gutter itself that prevent leaves and pine needles from going down the downspout. Do you carry those at all?
We do not. We don't recommend those. They cause more problems and more cloggage than if
They
you
will
didn't
back
have them
up,
at
yeah.
all, and it would cause more backage.
So
Yes.
what it'll do is it'll back up your gutters instead of backing up your downspout.
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I had more success with my undoing my hex head screws than you did with your little dome
Absolutely.
cover.
I don't have any of those domes. I just wondered if they carry them.
Okay.
But we do have two kinds of covers. We have one that works really well for pine needles, which are tricky and clog up your gutters a lot.
Oh, yes.
But we do have a special product called Needle Guard that works really well to keep the pine needles out. And it does come with a lifetime warranty.
So why is it different?
It has smaller holes so the pine needles can't get inside your gutters.
Oh, those little pesky pine needles. Can the shingle
Granules?
get through and be washed out through the gutters?
The smaller ones can. We don't have a lot of problems with the roof gravel clogging up.
Oh, okay.
But like Billy Joe mentioned, it does come with a lifetime warranty. So if something does happen years down the road, we'll come out there and clean them out free of charge.
That's
and
pretty
service them.
nice.
So basically, at least in my world, as a contractor, if we're doing a tile roof, we'll use a 6-inch wide K-style gutter.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still carry 4-inch or 5-inch?
We carry 5 and 6 inch
5 and
K-style.
6, okay.
We actually have 5 including box gutter. We have a half round gutter in addition to the 5 and 6 inch K-style.
We could talk about those different gutters when we come back from
Cool.
our break. Will that be okay?
Absolutely.
So, Nate, hang on to that thought. I'm going to have another pretzel. And Billy Joe Stedman, Nate Fells, Mike Enders, me, your YCCA girl, and our engineer Gregory, we're all coming back,
Including the pretzel.
including, well, maybe half empty bag. Bye.
You're listening to Hammer Time, waking up with the YCCA, a presentation of the Yavapai County Contractors Association. Once again, here's your host, Sandy Griffiths.
We are back on air. You're listening to Hammer Time, and we are munching with little mini pretzel twists. These are so awesome.
They are.
It says that they're best if used by this particular bag February 15th of 2027.
But I bet you they won't last
The
that long.
chances of this bag lasting until February the 2027, slim to none.
I'll go with none.
I will go with none. Okay. Nate, we were talking about gutter sizes, widths?
We were talking about the different styles of gutter.
Okay, so how many are there?
There's 5. There's a 5 and 6 inch K-style gutter, so that's 2. And
Is that like a normal gutter?
Yeah, that's your standard. That's the most common style of gutter you see on most houses. We also offer half-round gutter, which is it's just rounded on the bottom. It's like a half circle.
So what's the purpose of being half-round versus the K-style gutter?
People enjoy the different look.
A different look. Okay.
Design, house style.
Yeah, and a lot of times with that half round, they'll go with round downspouts.
Correct.
So it's just a different style of look.
Okay, cool.
And we also offer fascia gutter, which is it's more flat on the front, and it's kind of designed to blend in with the fascia board of the house. So it's sort of made to hide the fact that you even have gutters.
And it's a more modern look.
Is that a 5-inch or 6-inch?
It uses a 5-inch hanger.
Okay.
So is 5-inch or 6? Which one is the most popular width?
Depends on the type of roof style.
Okay.
Whether you're asphalt shingle or a concrete tile.
If you have a metal or a tile roof, we would recommend the 6-inch, giving more room for the water. The water comes off your roof faster and heavier.
Then off of a shingle roof.
Yes.
Interesting.
Especially with the curved, I can't think of the technical name now, in the metal or the concrete tile roofs.
Oh, the S.
Yeah,
Spanish
thank
tile.
you. Those, when you get a heavy rainstorm, those things are just funnels that, with a 4-inch gutter, for example, the old 4-inch, just shoots right over.
So now gutters are required in all jurisdictions on all new builds.
Yes, all new construction.
In Yavapai County.
In Yavapai County, yes. So I think that's a good thing. I think that's beneficial. Now if we can just go back and educate homeowners that don't have gutters, why they need gutters.
Well, eventually, the whole purpose of that is to get the water flow away from the structure. And if you don't have those, not only is it going to create a mess usually on the siding from water splashing down, but you're also letting that water get closer to your foundation, which you don't want to do.
It does protect your foundation and your landscape as well.
Yep.
Perfect. So do you fabricate the gutters right there in your shop?
Well, we have roll form machines in the backs of all of our trucks, so we actually roll out the gutters on site. That's how we do seamless gutters, is we can basically just shoot out however long a piece of gutter we need on the job site and cut it and hang it.
How cool is that?
Yeah. So the whole idea on seamless, if you had a 40-foot run before they invented those machines in the backs, they would come in certain lengths. I don't know if they were 16s, 20s, or 25s, but whatever, they would have to cut them and then have a joint somewhere along that fascia. Now with their machines, they can make that all one piece.
Out of the back of your van?
Yes, ma'am.
So what's the longest length of gutter you can make?
That's a really great question. We hear that a lot. We can indefinitely, we could theoretically make a 500-foot long piece of gutter.
Seriously?
The problem is that with temperature changes, the material expands and contracts.
Okay.
So we don't like to do much over about 60 feet.
Okay.
Because if we, say, hung it in the wintertime when it's cold and then it heats up in the summertime, the material can expand and buckle. So we don't like to go too long for that reason. It could also tear. But yeah, about 60, 65 feet is about the most.
I was going to say, if you had a 100-foot length, for example, you'd have to have a whole bunch of people there grabbing that gutter, taking it over to the house.
It would probably take more than a 2-man crew to roll that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Miss Billy Joe, how did you get to be so instrumental with a Wikipedia knowledge of gutters? I mean,
jump in and fire.
Okay.
We bought the company in 2012.
And did you know anything about gutters?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
What is a rain gutter?
I have no idea.
So Travis worked as an estimator at Arizona Seamless Gutters starting in 2010. And I primarily did my own thing. I was a social worker and worked for Meals on Wheels for several years. And I started during the pandemic, 2020, and just learned as I went. Now I'm running the office and supervising the crews, and I've learned a lot in the last 5.5 years.
And I bet she answers every question that people come up with.
I try, or I come up with the answer. I don't make up answers like Nate, but
she tracks down answers.
Oh, good point. Okay. So gutters are now a mainstay in your vocabulary.
For sure.
Okay,
yes.
Perfect. Yeah. Do you and Travis have gutters on your home?
We do. We have fascia gutter on our house, actually.
Okay, perfect. Yes. Nate?
Yes, we have a 5-inch K-style gutter on our home.
Okay, Mike?
Oh, yes, I do.
What style?
A K-style.
Okay.
But I'm going to need to replace it sooner or later because while I have an asphalt roof, shingle roof, the original gutter that went up is 4-inch, and I want to put a 5-inch on. Because again, if you had this term called a monsoon season,
yes.
If you get a heavy rainstorm, it'll kick right over those 4 inches.
So how do you measure the size of your gutters? You have to get on a ladder and just...
Well, it's measured from across the top of the gutter.
Okay, I don't know what size I have, huh?
Tip of the gutter, yeah, the top.
Mine are square. What cut do I? I think I just have regular gutters.
You're square, and you have a box.
I have a box. Okay, perfect. Okay, when you put gutters on a home, you've got the downspout now. Do all homes have the same number of downspouts?
No.
How do you compute that?
Well, we always send one of our estimators, our sales guys, out to take a look at every job, because it varies. Every house is different. We've had people call and ask, like, give us the square footage of their house and just ask for a basic estimate of what that would cost. But square footage of your house has almost no bearing on...
It's the roof design and layout.
It's the roof lines and how it drains, and so each house is unique. So yeah, it could be any number of downspouts on a house.
So for example, if you had a house that was 50 by 100, and you called and said, but it's a box, it's just 50 by 100.
Yeah, how many downspouts?
It all depends if you have a gable roof or if you have a hip roof, because a hip would mean gutters all the way around, and gable would mean just gutters on two sides. So there's no way that they can estimate it over the phone.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 downspouts.
So, and with the number of downspouts, it really depends on the steepness of your roof as well as the length of the run of gutter. You need, if you have anything over 40 feet, you would need to have at least 2 downspouts for that run. Whereas if you have a 20-foot run or a 35-foot run, you could use 1 downspout depending on the amount of water coming off your roof.
Wonderful. So now when you do a downspout, how do you hook and what do you hook up to the end of the downspout to drain the water and flow the water out into the yard and away from the foundation?
Sure, that's another good question. Some people are happy with just putting a little elbow at the bottom of their downspout to kick the water away from the house a little bit. Most people like to bury, they call it ADS pipe. It's that black corrugated stuff. Bury that and connect the downspout to that to take it even farther away from the home. We actually don't do that. We don't break the ground. We don't use shovels. But we can absolutely hook the gutter system up to those. And we can hook gutter systems up to rain collection systems as well. A lot of people like rain barrels to use for watering their plants and that kind of thing.
Do you do a lot of that?
Yeah.
The rain harvesting?
We used to sell the rain barrels. We no longer sell the rain barrels, but you can always get your own rain barrels from other suppliers, and we'll hook your gutter system up to those. And we do that pretty often. A lot of people like that around here.
Well, Nate, Billy Joe, Mike, engineer, and me, it's time for a pretzel break.
Sounds like a deal.
Okay, don't move, listeners. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hammer Time, waking up with the YCCA, a presentation of the Yavapai County Contractors Association. Once again, here's your host, Sandy Griffiths.
We're back on air, your mini pretzel twist team. Yay! Okay, let's talk basketball.
Now, where did that come from?
Because, do you not think the college basketball playoffs are the coolest thing?
They are exciting.
They are exciting. I don't do the brackets because I don't know. I don't even know what that means. Yeah. And if I did, my bracket would be busted the first time out of the gate. Okay, so Travis, Billy Joe, is a basketball coach.
He is.
For which school?
Prescott High School boys basketball team.
He loves and knows his basketball.
He sure does.
I mean, and his boys are doing quite well.
Yes, they had a growing year, but they ended really well. We went to the second round of the playoffs this last year.
How cool is that? So do you watch the college basketball playoffs? Is Travis like, oh, yeah?
There is a lot of basketball in my house year round. My son is a junior, plays on the varsity team, and he's big into basketball.
Okay, perfect.
So we went to a Cubs game over the weekend, but along with that, there was basketball on our phones at restaurants. We went to a couple, every meal we went to, we'd have to make sure that there were TVs. So, and our family does a friendly challenge every year. We used to fill out a bracket, and the last couple of years we've just drafted teams, and we see how many teams you have left at the end, as far as like how many points you build up. And we have friendly wagers of competition for the winner and the loser.
Good.
Very cool.
Okay, cool. Nate, are you a basketball guy?
I am not going to lie. I am not much of a basketball guy.
Okay.
I follow football a little bit more and baseball, but not so much basketball.
Are you a spring baseball guy? Spring, what do they call that?
Spring baseball.
Spring baseball.
Spring training.
Yeah, that's it. Mike, no basketball?
No, I enjoy it. I was really into it when we lived down in Tucson because of the U of A. But just a real quick, my daughter, when she was a senior in high school, won the high school pool, picking out the champion from the college basketball tournaments. I said, Steph, how did you do that? I didn't realize that you followed the teams that close. I said, I don't, Dad. She said, I just like the colors of the team.
I know.
So she won.
That's amazing.
I was about to say that's how Sandy would pick her bracket.
I know. That's how
Which team has the best looking shoes?
Yes. That's why I love the Oregon Ducks, because I love their little feathers on their little shoulders of their uniforms. Gregory, do you follow the college basketball?
Oh, yes.
See?
Always fun.
It's a big deal. Okay, back to gutters. Back to gutters and pretzels. So, are you busy installing gutters daily?
We have about 3 to 4 crews working daily right now.
Oh, man. Yeah. All where do you go? All through Yavapai County or down? How far do you travel?
We have a large range of coverage. We go from the Grand Canyon to Flagstaff, Sedona, Cottonwood, Wickenburg, and we've Happy Jack. Wow. We've also had quite a few houses down in the valley over the past year, and we had some truck houses that we installed, Apache Junction and Goodyear.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it's a big area.
With you, Nate, Travis, and teams.
Yep.
Gutter installing teams.
So how many trucks do you run?
Yeah.
Right now we're running 3.5, 4 trucks. We've got kind of a part-time truck right now. We have the capacity to run 5 when we're busier. Yeah.
I would say you're pretty busy right now.
It's starting to pick up, with the lack of moisture. People don't.
They don't think about gutters.
Who thinks about their gutters when it's not raining or snowing?
Right.
When you don't have
winter.
leaks. So with the last couple years, with the minimal monsoons and very minimal to no winter, it's a little rough on the gutters, but. We're starting to pick up for spring, and people are doing more house projects, and new builds are popping up and getting more work done.
Okay, so the homes that have the old metal style gutters on them that are not seamless, that they have seams, over time, do those seams break down and leak?
Yes.
And so how do you fix those, Nate, or do you have to go install a whole new gutter system?
Well, we recommend a new system if it's really old and it's got all those seams leaking. We do recommend it, but we also offer what we call it a reseal, where we'll clean out those seams and then put a new layer of sealant on them, give them a little bit more life. They can last a little bit longer when you do that.
So is the sealant inside the gutter? Oh, so do you do top and bottom or just the inside?
Just the inside.
Okay. Do you do a lot of that reseal?
We do. We do it fairly often. It's not as reliable as obviously a new system, but it does get you by for a few more years.
Okay.
I think people tend to notice in the corners, especially where where you have your corners, because you have to have a joint there on each side of the corner. Those, I would assume, typically are the ones that break down from a leakage standpoint. Yeah.
There's no way to make a seal last forever. Over time, they're going to break down. We use a product. We've used the same sealant product for a long time that works really great for us. But even that is not going to last forever. Right. The seams will eventually start to leak and have to be resealed.
Can gutters be painted? I know that you have different colors of gutters. Can a homeowner paint over that particular gutter with household paint?
Yeah, many people do. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It depends on the HOA, if they live in an HOA, because sometimes HOAs are very specific about wanting the gutter to match the fascia and the downspouts to match the siding. So many times they do have to be painted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we got that down then.
So just to go back on something we were talking about earlier, when the downspout comes down and the connection,
right,
and they mentioned that some people just are fine with an elbow. Think back to when we all grew up. You used to have the concrete splashes down at the bottom of the
and the water would just kind of roll down the little splash.
We still sell those.
Do you really?
I was
going to say, you don't generally see those very much anymore.
We still carry them if that's what you want.
Yeah, but that's a good idea, because what it does, again, it gets that water headed away from the foundation.
So now you cannot dig in the earth or bury the pipe, the tubing. Landscapers can do that, or a homeowner themselves.
Correct.
Yes.
Do you have to, is there a code that says you have to lay out so much piping?
On the new builds, a lot of them are saying 10 feet.
Yeah, I thought there was.
Which, if you have 10 feet of the ADS pipe out from each downspout, it looks a little tacky, especially if you have a new built house. So we do recommend other landscaping companies that would come out and bury it, or the homeowner would eventually do that themselves as well.
And if they do use that method, one thing they want to make sure of, because it's continuous then from the downspout down under the earth, but where it comes out, or what they call daylights, you want to make sure you've got some sort of a fitting on the end there, because if you don't, that's a great place for rodents to go in, build nests, and then you're clogged from there on up. So
good point.
Learn that the hard way.
Yes. I better go home and check for little rodents. I don't think I have fittings on the end. Interesting. Okay.
Just a plethora of information.
Thank you. Yes, between you and Billy Joe and Nate, man, we've got the world covered for gutters. We have to take a break, listeners. When we come back, we will continue this awesome discussion on house gutters. Arizona Seamless Gutters, 45 years in business. I can hardly wait for the cake and ice cream.
You're listening to Hammer Time, waking up with the YCCA, a presentation of the Yavapai County Contractors Association. Once again, here's your host, Sandy Griffiths.
Listeners, thanks for tuning in to Hammer Time, brought to you by YCCA. Our guest with us this morning, Miss Billy Jo Stedman. She and her husband Travis own Arizona Seamless Gutters, and their general manager Nate Fells is with us this morning. We've been talking gutters. So Nate, what's the 5th style of gutter that Arizona Seamless Gutters offers? You said there were 5. We've discussed 4 so far.
Yes, ma'am. The 5th style is, we call it sectional box gutter. We don't have a roll form machine for box gutter, but we have a machine called a press brake, which automatically bends sheet metal to really any shape that you want it to be bent at. So we can do large box gutter for commercial buildings, things like that.
Are those the gutters that come down the side of the buildings? Oh.
Gutters are always horizontal. Downspouts are what comes.
Oh, okay. I am so not nearly as efficient.
But what Nate was talking about was
the
bender machine. That's the same type of machine that the mechanical people will use, the HVAC people will use to bend their
right.
Yeah, what am I trying to say? Ductwork. Thank you. Yep.
Okay, so that's the 5th style of gutter.
Box gutter, and we can do box downspout as well. The same.
And the box gutter works really well for like larger commercial buildings.
So if a homeowner wants gutters, but they have no idea that you offer all of these different styles, does your salesman then go out and discuss all of the styles?
Yes.
We have free estimates. We always go out on site to walk the property with the homeowner and make suggestions and kind of see what they were thinking and educate them on different ideas.
Perfect.
So Billy Joe, you and Travis have been in Prescott for how many years?
20 years.
Whoa. Congratulations.
We came from Idaho and Montana in 2006. We got married and moved here about a month later.
Wow, way to go.
Had either of you been here before? Or
I came here to interview for my job as a social worker, and we had just gone on our honeymoon, so Travis wasn't unable to take more time off work. So I came blindly, and I approved it, and so we moved about a month later.
Very cool.
Perfect.
And here we are.
Perfect. We're happy to have you. 20 years of family-owned business, Arizona Seamless Gutters, not managed by a big corporate conglomerate.
Terrific.
Yes. Nate, how long have you been in Prescott?
I've been in Prescott about 8 years.
Okay, perfect. And where did you fly in from?
I came from Manhattan, Kansas. Northeastern, the Little Apple, they call it.
Okay, I got it. Perfect. Well, we're lucky to have you, and I know Arizona Seamless Gutters is lucky to have you on their management team as well.
Thank you.
So,
Kansas State okay. Wildcats.
Yeah, I think they do football and basketball and stuff. Yeah. Okay. So tell us what else you want to talk about for gutters.
Sure. Gutters and downspouts aren't the only things we offer. I wanted to mention the fascia wrap that we do. That's a product that we sell a lot of that's pretty popular.
I heard the commercial with Travis on the fascia wrap the other day.
Perfect. Yay.
I thought it was wonderful because that is a product, Mike, that is with the Wildland Urban Interface area. So we need to bring that product forward to get it approved for the soffits.
Correct.
Okay, so I interrupted you, Nate. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to describe what it is. It's basically a metal covering that goes over your fascia board around your house and protects it from weather damage.
Makes it look pretty.
Makes it look nice and clean, yeah. Makes it look real
and it
nice.
Doesn't rot.
Yeah.
And you don't have to get it painted every few years either.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, what other products?
We offer soffit as well. Soffit kind of fits underneath the overhangs of your house and gives it a nice clean look, a patterned look. We can color match as well to your house with that.
So Mike, for all those customers when they get a new roof and they grovel because some of the nails come through this,
that's one way to take care of it.
That's one way to take care of it with this beautiful soffit wrap. Do you do a lot of that?
Not as much as we do of the fascia wrap,
okay.
But it's pretty common.
Is it metal?
Yes.
Okay, both of them. Perfect.
And we also offer snow guard, snow stop protection.
Oh, let's talk about that. That's a big deal. How does it work?
Well, metal roofs have this problem the worst. When it snows out, the weight of the snow will build up on the roof and start to slide down, and they can rip your gutters off your house. They can also land on you and cause injury and that kind of thing. So we offer a couple of different types of snow stops that are mounted on the roof that hold the snow up. Essentially, they carry the weight of the snow so that it doesn't all slide off in one big chunk and cause damage to your house or your yard or yourself.
And they go under the roof product. Don't they go, or do these go on top of it?
They go on top of the roof.
Okay.
They're actually mounted a few feet up the roof.
Oh, okay.
To hold the weight of the snow.
So it's not just at the bottom with everything jamming up on it. But that, Nate just mentioned that can be, especially with a metal roof, that can be very potentially dangerous, because sometimes that snow will melt, doesn't slide off, so it freezes, turns to ice, and then all of a sudden you walk outside your door and bingo, you get beamed with ice, not just snow, but with an ice chunk. So very important.
And we can install in different kinds of roofs, and we have 2 different styles of snow stop as well, and we can also match your roof color.
I love it.
That?
I like this, matching colors. Okay, so give a phone number out, Miss Billy Joe, and a website.
Arizona Seamless Gutters, 928-778-1818, azseamless.com.
That's very easy.
I think she's done that before.
778-1818-928.
Just rolls right up.
How many employees do you have?
Anywhere between 14 to 18.
That's a nice size company.
Yeah. We have salesmen. We also have there's another lady, Megan Watson, who works in the front office with me. She's my go-to and kind of holds the office together as well. And then about 3 to 4 crews and a guy in the warehouse as well.
Perfect.
Keep up the good work. We have to take a break, listeners. When we come back, we will wrap up Hammer Time.
You're listening to Hammer Time, waking up with the YCCA, a presentation of the Yavapai County Contractors Association. Once again, here's your host, Sandy Griffiths.
Back on air, finishing up Hammer Time this morning with Billy Joe Stedman. She and her husband Travis are the owners of Arizona Seamless Gutters. 20 years they've been in Arizona, family-owned company. Arizona Seamless Gutters, a 45-year-old company.
Yes,
and their general manager, Mr. Nate Fells, has been with us this morning. Okay, you guys, pay attention.
Drum roll.
What do mermaids use to wash their fins? What do mermaids use to wash their fins?
You look like you know the answer.
You got this, Nate.
Come on, Nate.
I don't know.
You know a lot about mermaids.
Yeah, I read lots of books.
Okay. Are you ready? Tide.
Oh.
That was good, Sandy.
Not bad,
That wasn't
huh?
even close.
That makes sense.
Okay, you got this, Nate. Come on. Okay, so 778-1818, Arizona Seamless Gutters. Nate, are you going to be at the home show in April?
I will be.
Perfect. April 24th, 25th, and 26th. Listeners will all be there with bells on, new tennis shoes. I heard you bought a new pair.
I haven't yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No, but
I
I'm
told
in
you I
search
did.
of.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Billy Joe will be there. Arizona Seamless Gutters has a corner end cap booth. Kind of a great location.
It is a great location.
Yes. So
Perfect.
stop by, say hi. We love this radio show. We love Arizona Seamless Gutters.
And don't forget about our 45% off covers for the month of April.
Yes, perfect. 45% off covers.
And if somebody has a question for you, they can call you.
778-0040.
Perfect.
Listeners, wear your seatbelts, don't speed, eat your leafy greens, smile, love one another. We love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hammer time.
Thank you for tuning in to Hammer Time. Waking Up with the YCCA, a presentation of the Yavapai County Contractors Association. Heard each and every Saturday morning at 7, with an encore presentation Sunday mornings at 7 on AM 1130 by 99.9 FM in Prescott, 95.5 FM, Prescott Valley and Cottonwood, and online at kqna.com. A library of past Hammer Time shows can be listened to on the Yavapai County Contractors website at ycca.org.
Break it down.